All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real.
Congratulations on this. I have to start with the scene where you look down and they kind of pan down and here come the abs, because I think any human would love to look down and see what you saw. I know you're talking a lot about the physical transformation, but when was the moment in that process where you kind of looked down and thought, I'm making progress, like I can see the effort?
It's very strange doing a physical transformation like that, because it seems like everyone sees it happening but you.
Right.
You know, you always feel too small, like you're not ready. And then one day you wake up and you go, oh, wow, I've got abs, or I didn't used to have these shoulders. And really, you know, someone shows you a photo of what you looked like before you started it, and it's quite shocking.
One of my favorite parts of the whole movie is the fact that you work in HR, and it turns out you are convinced some of your HR skills will come in handy in Eternia. For you personally, is there a skill you learned on another job or something else that actually has come in handy with your acting career?
Well, so I worked in retail for many, many years, and you have to have the absolute patience of a saint working in retail, because it is a very thankless job. And so, you know, we wait around a lot in our industry. You know, the famous adage goes, hurry up and wait. And so I think I've definitely used that skill once or twice in my career.
Who has the cooler outfit, in your opinion?
Tila.
Yeah.
100%, right?
I mean, I'm biased, but I think your outfit's pretty cool too.
Well, yeah, I
It
look
doesn't
like
look very comfortable.
a piece of broccoli with metal bits stuck to it, like that.
Metal broccoli.
You do get to take it off, though, at some point and have a very different...
It's completely.
That was kind of a really cool outfit, I'm not gonna lie.
I know. It was actually, the way they designed it, it was really comfortable and quite, there's really cool shoes and that. And I was like, yo, can I wear this? I was like, well, we got to break it down a little bit. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking he basically went from Spanx to, like, pajamas.
Yeah.
How much say did you have in your entrance scene? Because it's such a great entrance.
I love that entrance. Thank you for bringing that up, because I really do feel like Travis is so good at introducing characters, and I feel like he, you know, you don't necessarily see Tila for a little bit, and then when you do, I think it's this like big moment, and
It was badass.
it was awesome.
Camila was sitting right there. I wanted to go over there and pinch her little cheeks like, oh, look.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Tila. Look
I was
at you
like,
with your
don't
little
do
rifle
it.
stab.
My wife was like, don't do that. Leave her alone.
That'd be creepy and maybe make me angry.
Dolph Lundgren as He-Man.
I found out today that in addition to Dolph Lundgren at one point taking on the role of He-Man, apparently you did as well?
I did as
What?
well, yes. No, I was a big He-Man fan when I was a kid. I love the cartoons. I play with the toys. I was such a big He-Man fan that I commandeered my dad's video camera and I made my own He-Man movie with me starring as He-Man, obviously. Alas, I did not look the part, but I did have the classic bowl haircut of the '80s. So I had that going for me.
I love it so much. You know, it's interesting. Obviously, the big line. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power. When did you realize that you had something special?
Oh my God. I don't know that I've ever realized I had something special.
Come on, that you had a talent to do what you're doing now.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, look, you kind of just follow your muse. I mean, I think that, you know, one of the great gifts that my dad gave me in terms of advice was he said, just, you know, find a calling, find the thing that you feel like you were put on this earth to do. And I think that's, you know, the greatest advice that anyone can have. It's like we all have unique gifts, we all have unique challenges, and, you know, I just happen to love art and storytelling and music, and like my love of film is the combination of all those things.
My time for talk is over.